When you turn the Bernina 790 Plus sewing machine on, you'll come to a straight stitch. But I just want to show you just a little bit of how to select stitches, move around the machine just a little bit, and so you'll be familiar with where I'm going as you follow the videos that we are making on this beautiful machine. So number one, before we get started, there are a lot of stitches in this machine, and we highly recommend that you take the time to stitch them out. We have an awesome video for you to follow. There's a link below this YouTube video called How to Make the Ultimate Stitch Book. Check that out. It is part of our Stitching Cosmos online course, but that is one video you can watch for free. So seeing these stitches on screen they're okay. There's a lot in here. They're there. But you start to see them stitched out in thread. Trust me, you are going to fall in love with more and more of this machine every day. So as you take a look at your stitches, you are seeing about the first 12 stitches with a little notation that there's multiple pages as we continue to roll through those. But if you want to see all the stitches a little bit more on screen, touch the arrow right here. This will kind of pop it open. Sometimes you'll see everything. Sometimes you're now only on 2 pages instead of 3 or 4 pages. As you pick the stitch, it will kind of pop back and let you see what you have selected. The main way to pick stitches are right here from the decorative stitch area, which the folders appear, whereas you touch a folder, again, here's where 5 pages of stitches will be, but if you touch and open that up, there's where you see the page 1 of 2, and you can see all of that grouping all together. Again, touch a stitch, it kind of collapses it down, and you're ready to sew. Remember, whatever is showing right here is what's going to sew. So even though I might navigate to some other stitches on another screen, they're not going to stitch unless I select them. Another way to kind of back up is anytime you see your little steps that you've taken up here at the top, if you just go back one, that will take you kind of back and back. So you'll see that throughout the machine as you kind of go into menu after menu, you can back up the same direction. All your alphabets will hang out here. Again, when you pick it, you can find yourself working with a memory if you open up the plus here. So if you do see all your stitches disappear, you have opened up the memory and it's waiting for stitches to be entered. But if you just want a row of A's, that's what you're going to get if you started to sew. Buttonholes all kind of hang out together. Quilting stitches do, that's the quilt menu. But here's something fun that I'm going to jump to for selecting stitches. This is like your history. These are the last 15 stitches you've actually sewed. So not just selected and peeked at, but actually physically stepped on the foot control and activated. And you're like, gosh, there was a stitch yesterday that I was sewing that I really liked. Oh yeah, that was this one here, for example. And it'll just show you, as soon as you sew again, you will find that the stitches will then roll off the end as you go. And there is a way to save your stitches, save combinations of stitches. Anything that's your happy place goes to where the heart is. So stitches, there is one other way to pick stitches, the 0 to 9. That would be like, you know what your stitch, that one of your favorite stitches happens to be 4, 12. So you enter the number and the stitch appears right here on the side. So a quick way to go to some of your favorites if you're starting to get comfortable with some of the different stitches in this machine. You'll find that there are so many stitches, but do watch for your presser foot recommendation. So if it has you switch feet, make sure you go in there, tell it what foot you are actually using. The one with the yellow star is the one that it always recommends, but you will need to put a notation, like right now I have foot 1D on, that's the one that needs to be selected for it to actually allow me to sew that stitch. All right, so there's lots of videos we're doing regarding these stitches. Take a look at our free videos you have on the Bernina Stitching Cosmos online course. Definitely take some time to stitch out all these fabulous stitches. I mean, just look, isn't that menu? It looks great, but I tell you, it looks so much better stitched out with thread.